Hello, welcome back for more Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Are we gonna solve this thing? I don't think so. I think there's a lot more to this than we thought there was. This is a big... I mean, I feel like we're chipping away at it, though. Now that we can get across the bridge, this may be where we start to actually open up the full sequence of events and find out how Elise Denim flew across the bridge to this point. We're going to the inner temple gate. Inner temple gate. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Do you reckon this is Pearls? Oh, Mr. Nick. That voice. It is Pearls. She was here the whole time. Pearls. Oh, Mr. Nick. Mr. Nick. What are you doing here, Pearls? So you were here ever since that night? I was so lonely, I thought I was going to die. When I woke up in the morning and saw that dusky bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? Must have been very trying for you, little girl. Ah! I am Francisca von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Well... I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Get wrecked, Francisca. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. Looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. What are you talking about, Pearls? Mr. Maya. Oh, wait, Pearls, she just ran off. Ow. That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What's that all about? Pearls acting like that's giving me the creeps. Guess I better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. I knew it. All the Buddha statues lined up along this path. Phoenix Wright, do you even think this is how many siblings the head nun has? Why don't you ask her the next time you see her? You know what? I think I will. She'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. A weird smell coming from the incinerator. The door is also open. Looks like it's begging me to look inside. Well, well, let's see what the stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty. How naive of you, Phoenix Wright. A bit strange, don't you think, Francisca von Karma? I seem to remember. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Could it be that yeeted Elise over the bridge? Feels unlikely, doesn't it? Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. It is impertinent, though. I agree. Don't call people by their full name. It's weird. Phoenix Wright. What? Would you stop calling it by my full name like that? Was this once a prosperous port? Port? Yes, that metal hook is a mooring post for boats, you know. Oh, that's an anchor for one of those wires that is supposed to hold up the bridge. I think the wire that was tied to this one probably snapped when the bridge burned down. And there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here. Don't get smart with me, Phoenix Wright. I didn't say anything. You can see Dusky Bridge from here. It's an unusually long bridge, isn't it? I would say it's about 20 yards. I guess the gorge is too wide to cross with a piece of rope or wire. Therefore, no one has crossed the gorge in either direction since the night of the murder. Simple yet sound deduction, wouldn't you say, Phoenix Wright? What about over here? I think the only thing that's really changed is the incinerator. The sign says inner temple. I don't know how you're reading it, but it's incomprehensible to me. Actually, I can't read it either. Failing comprehension isn't a very good habit to have, Phoenix Wright. I was really happy to have finally caught me on something. There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though. Come now, Phoenix Wright, what are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open anyway. What harm could come of it? You are the kind of bitch that would go to a no entry gate, aren't you? But it says no entry. Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and then simply say whatever? But nothing to do with anything, and who told you that? This must be the door that leads to the inner temple, where Maya Fey was training on the night of the murder. Yeah, there's a solitary room there called the training hall. You could do with some training yourself, Phoenix Wright. Ow, train me, mommy. You're completely out of shape. I don't know how much more of this woman I can take. I don't think there's anything else out here. We finally gonna see Maya again? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be being here training. Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What is this? What's that? That strange lock. Wasn't there 2 days ago? The whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. Who shat on Misty Faye's poster? What's going on there? What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually covered in shit. Woman? I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere, it's a different smell. It's gravy! There's gravy on the poster. What's the matter? The scroll, it's been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes. There's a very appetizing smell in the air. I wonder what it actually was in the Japanese version, because, like, I don't think the Japanese have gravy per se, do they? What do they have that's similar? But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. I don't think that's what happened, Francesca. No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. Must be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. Yes. Why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? This scroll shows a picture of Misty Faye, master of the Korean channeling technique. Why would anyone cover it in gravy? Could it be at least a Nim? Does she hate Misty Faye and the whole Faye family? Is she some sort of unseelie Faye? Is that where this is going? Are there 2 courts of Faye? I can't make out. Oh, I can't make out what's drawn on this scroll at all. I'll never understand you Americans and your so-called artists. Artists? Yeah. It's an antique dresser. Don't you dare open it, Phoenix Wright. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her not to touch things. What a pity, it's full of nothing but old clothes for the acolytes. I thought we weren't opening it. I'm from the prosecutor's office, I can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Look at those wafer-thin mattresses. I'm sorry, Phoenix Wright. Wafer-thin? Yeah, you know, thin like a wafer. In other words, uncomfortable. That's how we describe things like these mattresses. I guess you must say wafer thick or something back in Germany. Not about these mattresses, certainly not. Okay, what is this lock? This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a cyclock. And if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. What took you so long? I thought even you'd managed to get out of here faster than this. Oh, it's Godot. I thought it was Maya. I thought even you'd managed to get here faster than this, Mr. Trite. Prosecutor Godot. I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come we didn't show up at the trial today? Ha! I could ask you the exact same question. Accidentally saved my game. Don't fucking worry about it, bro. That's what I do. But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough. Believe I have the measure of you? You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? Who's the wild mare, Trite? This is Ms. Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Ha! Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Just who do you think you are? This case is mine. Hey, Philly. Know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. Holy shit, Godot, you can't be saying this shit. When did this game come out? You can't be saying this shit. I'm only going to say this once, Lady Von Wippenberg. Go home. Phoenix Wright! What are you hitting me for? Ha! You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Trite. What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. Something different about Godot today. There's such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger or is it sorrow? Does he just blame us for Mia dying? Is that what it is? Is that why he's here, to be a douchebag? It's important business, and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. See, Trite, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course. Being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. Meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, I should say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. You mean that mask you wear is this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I don't know. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with a regular servicing. I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened? Why don't you ask him? Huh? Me? Yeah, Trite. You. You should know all about it. You know where my life ended, and who ended it for me. Well, Felix Wright, do you? I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed. It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? Earlier you said I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, Trite, do you even know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. Missing? As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. Huh? That's impossible. She came here that night, and I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. One? Where is that? Behind the locks. The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place the search party has yet to explore. They haven't searched the cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, chances of her being found alive are slim at best. Oh. Which means, Trite, that you sent Maya Fey to her death. Fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you in there with a search party right now? You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trite. Once again, a woman dies because of you. I knew it. Once again, what are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all. And the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me? Do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. I mean, I didn't. No, that's not how it was. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man, but she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy, personally. Sure, Miss Fey's murderer was caught. But that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the time, you and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You should say Mia Fey was your... You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well, then I'd say you've learned nothing, Trite. You robbed her of her life, and now you let her sister suffer the same fate. I'm gonna sentence Maya to death. No. What is this peculiar-looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It'd be a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. Repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of this training hall. Any excessive force used to break the lock open would... Well, let's just say the inner temple and the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Very well, then I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with the key. Ha! Sure. Just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock. There's no keyhole? That's right. An interesting puzzle, huh? The person who said this lock is the only one who can open it. And who was it? Simple. The accused. Or the victim. What, Iris? When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was just training there. This Bikini didn't mention it a number of times now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. So Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock. Hope she gets here soon. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Godot. How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You better start praying. You better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Edgeworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. Fine. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix, Wright. That's what everyone says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. I guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. Let's see if we can break this lock open. Oh, wait, can I even present the Magatama to it? I can't, can I? Huh. So there's not really anything I can do about it. Okay. Who is this? Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? It's Gumshoe. Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. Ah, my brain. This is driving me nuts. Ah. Is something troubling you, Scruffy? Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir. It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder with my whip. What's up, Gumshoe? Something on your mind? How do you know, pal? Perhaps you were trying to decide... Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not. How did you know, sir? Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. Can't go through that little gate there, okay? I mean the one that says no entry on it. I kind of already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever or something? So what's behind there, Scruffy? Kind of garden-like garden. Garden? Yeah, anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. And I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, pal. You got me? Is it normally the other way around? Well, I'll see you later. So, shall we adjourn to this garden, Phoenix Wright? Of course, what else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off. Ruh-roh. Okay, interesting. That's Maya written upside down in red paint. So there is still the possibility that the crystal sphere is red paint, not blood. I guess we never got it fucking tested. There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is. Strange feeling, forget about that. There's strange writing on the stone lantern. Ah, what are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here. Don't you know, Scruffy, Von Karma will always show up where there is a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here. But... out of the way, Gumshoe. I'm investigating. There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently belonged to the victim. Miss Alisto Nim? Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on this charm match exactly. Sounds to me like this little trinket is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Rainmaster's Talisman. A little lantern, a little statue. It is certainly a quaint little garden. Oh. What is this huge bowl here for? Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it? Everything else is completely frozen over. But the ice in this bowl has been broken. That's true. I wonder if this has any impact on the case. I doused my face earlier with the water in this. I was getting kind of sleepy. Next time you're sleepy, you need to only come to me. Got it? With these, there are a couple of torches here. I guess you need all the light you can get up here in the mountains. Yeah, I was looking at those things, pal. Looks like they've been lit pretty recently. Recently? How recent are we talking about? As recent as the night of the murder. I was training here on the night of the murder. It's not unreasonable to think these things were lit up at the time, I guess. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. You spotted it, her pal. Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. It says Maya. Yeah. But before you ask, it's written in blood. Interesting. We will answer all of our questions now, Scruffy, without exception. Yes, sir. Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. It's an almost perfect rectangle. It couldn't have happened naturally. Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleared away the snow. No doubt it was you, wasn't it, Scruffy? No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation. It wasn't the police, then. Who did it? Oh, yeah, that's something I need to tell you just between the three of us, okay? What is it? It's top secret. You can't tell anyone. Got it? Understood. But when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see? I was so disappointed I just picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble when I left it on the couch. Is that it? That's it. Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason. And I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be. Well, to dig, surely. That's the only reason. It's all very weird, isn't it? How's the inner temple investigation going? We have the best forensic team in the world working the place. Forensic team? And what was the outcome of this scientific study? Nothing. Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle. That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I let you get away with that? Uh-oh. Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir. That stone lantern and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct? They look kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were... it's kind of hard to say, actually. I guess I better look into them myself. About Maya. Oh, did Mr. Godot tell you yet? Yeah, we heard. He's got a search party out looking for her. But there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on this side of Dusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here. We'll have to wait, since she's the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern. Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. Huh? I wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down, I felt like I was drowning or something. Sounds pleasant. Maya. So these letters are written in blood? Yeah. What's worse is the victim's blood. Huh? This is Mr. Nim's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal. Most interesting. Phoenix Wright, I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down. You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came up with the answer. The result of my own special gumshoe investigation. Really? Do tell. Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down. Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Celesta Nim wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. Wait. That doesn't make sense. Like, again, if she was flying and landed on that thing and wrote upside down, sure, but like... it doesn't make sense. You must be joking, that's impossible. From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Miss Elisa Nim's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal. But then how did her body get across the bridge? None of this makes fucking sense. So Mr. Nim was killed here. Well, if you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. And what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard at the main temple was... oh, what was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see? What do you think, Miss Von Karma? Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec, the bloody writing and all the other clues here. Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder, right? Sorry, but that's not an option, pal. Why not? How quickly you forget, Phoenix Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out. I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal. Can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. This really was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. You know anything about this? This was found close to Dusky Bridge, wasn't it? That's what that artist guy said, yeah. Right after the defendant flew over the burning bridge. According to his testimony, she dropped it when she landed on the other side. This crystal didn't belong to Iris. The crystal had dropped out of Miss Elisa Nim's staff. And there are traces of blood on it, too. The real question is what it was doing near the foot of Dusky Bridge. Yeah, it is fucking weird, isn't it? No Edgeworth yet. There must be something else we need to speak to Gumshoe about. Let's ask him about the charm, I guess. That thing must have been worn by the victim, pal. There's no other way of looking at it. I mean, because of the matching leather cord found around the victim's neck? Yeah, I bet it was one of those things she always wore. I've got this safe driving charm I've been wearing for over a year now. If I ever get into an accident, it guarantees it'll be the other guy's fault. Isn't it supposed to stop me from having an accident in the first place? What do you make of this photo of the crime scene? It's really gruesome. All I gotta say is that the killer is messed up in the head. But it turns out that shitty shitter thing wasn't even the murder weapon. Then why would someone stab it in the victim like that? That's the mystery we're here to solve. It was like a circus today in court, all thanks to this little sketch. At the risk of repeating myself, you really ought to choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix Wright. Okay, I know Larry's a bit out there, but he genuinely wants to help Iris, I'm sure of that. He wouldn't have produced this for no good reason. You're nothing more than a marshmallow on the inside, the both of you. The gravy. You know anything about this scroll detective? Well, I know it smells great. Yeah, this is just the kind of weather for some steaming mashed potatoes and gravy. I really love that stuff. I eat so much. Have you nothing else to say about this other than your inane ramblings about gravy? Not really. Let's leave it at that then. What about pearls? Apparently the girl was trapped over here since the night of the murder. Did she say anything to you about Maya? She wouldn't tell me. She's not going to tell me something if she wouldn't even speak to you, pal. She was real upset. She wouldn't stop crying. Phoenix Wright, look sharp and go comfort that poor young girl. Well, trust me, I will. What about Edgeworth? I haven't seen Mr. Edgeworth for about a year. Talk about a long time. You know why he moved overseas? I don't know, probably to look cool. Huh? There's a lot of weight attached to doing research overseas, you know. Once I've done my stint in Paris, you'll have to call me Monsieur Gumchasseur. That's hilarious. People really don't get Edgeworth, do they? It's his own fault for not explaining anything about himself. It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright. Iris, I'm really glad to see you. Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state emergency. Not him again. Never mind him, we've got to hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? All right. Let's hurry to the inner temple, then. I'll see you later, Wright.
Hold it!
Wait, Edgeworth, I'm coming with you guys. Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but my affair is in a rather, delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, right? I don't understand. What is going on? Why is he allowed in and I'm not? Mr. Wright, all that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us. What the hell, Edgy? Ah! This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention? He's right. Thanks for reminding me. Very sus, isn't it? Are they suggesting that Maya's a suspect? Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My. Hello, you two. How are you doing? Oh. The sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. Talking about Edgeworth. It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault. This has all happened. Poor Iris. She was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Bluesuits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Me? Ah! Oh yes, you did great, Sister Bikini. Ah, absolutely spectacular. You two are the only ones who've said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that it just became a shill to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that. I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those cyclops of hers. Do it. See what's going on.
Take that!
Take that indeed. Sister Bikini, if that is your real name. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elisa Nim had a special significance at this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Miss Elise was an author, just an author of picture books. No soundtrack. Oh, music. Music's off for copyright reasons. I get every time I let any music through, YouTube hammers me, so music is always off. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Mr. Nim's true identity. Is it the talisman or is it the gravy-covered poster? Are we saying that she is... I don't like it. I'll be honest. But it is weird that she covered it up. You ever seen any of the streamers have that problem with Ace Attorney? I mean, I'm not saying necessarily with this game specifically. I just turn off music in literally every game. Because anytime I don't, I get copyright claimed. Not always on Twitch. I've only had a couple on Twitch, mostly on YouTube. Twitch is generally a bit more forgiving about it, but not always. I've had a couple of muted streams. Well, Sister Bikini, what do you have to say to that? Of course, I don't know why it didn't hit me before. Oh, that was wrong. Okay. That was wrong. So it will be the talisman then, I guess. Mr. Nim had this charm with her at all times. Oh, where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. What do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? Talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops. This thing speaks volumes about who Mr. Nim really was. I mean, it really doesn't. She could have got that from anywhere. The talisman of one other item. Oh, so now it's the fucking poster, is it? Or is it the crystal sphere? Are we basically just proving she's a spirit channeler? I think that's where this is going, right? Well, damn it. That was wrong. He's like, the evidence is obvious. Is like, is it? Is it obvious? Because I think the fucking... How is this not obvious evidence? Fine. Poster? Painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the master of the Karain channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honourable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. Okay. I mean, we could have done with knowing that that crest meant that, and then we might have been able to piece that together. Ah, this crest is reserved for the master of Karain. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master Maya Fey told me. What? You mean that Acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Daughter, yes. Are you sure? Pretty sure? In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Mystic Misty. Wow, that was all 5 looks simultaneously. Tell me about Elise Nim, finally. Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with that mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. She disappeared 17 years ago? What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The Karain talisman. It's the symbol of the master of Karain. The Bearmers carried it with them always until their death. You recognized the crest immediately when I found the talisman, but didn't want to present it against Bikini's locks. I mean, I guess maybe it was mentioned in the second game, which I haven't finished. But I assumed it was just a symbol of the temple rather than of specifically the master of the fucking channeling thing. Just because you see the Megatama crop up everywhere. Until their death. So Elise Nim was really Maya's mother, huh? So she is Misty Fey. Okay. Still doesn't really answer anything at all. All that is another complication. God damn. She was Misty Fey, the master of the Karain channeling technique. The truth comes out at last. I mean, it really doesn't. It looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister, after 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well... Earthquake? Earthquake? What's happening? Can't be. Earthquake! Oh. Oh my goodness, the inner temple. This kind of tremor might... The inner temple? The sacred cavern in the training hall. It might very well cave in. What? Maya! Maya explained the quest at the start of the case. Oh, that was so long ago. There's no way I would remember that. This game puts a lot of faith in my memory. It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go. What? Where? In the temple, of course. Where else? Just a bikini. We'll finish this later, all right? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. Why are you worried about Edgy and not Maya? You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. Ugh. Main gate. We've got to hurry to the inner temple and... Right. Ah, what are you doing here? Ugh. How could I have... How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Ow! Hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris. She's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? Edgeworth, you had one job, my guy. Well, 2 jobs. You had 2 jobs, Edgeworth. So it was just now during the... It's easy. Unless he's bullshitting. Is this a setup, Edgy? Are you doing something weird? It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness, his fear of earthquakes. Oh yeah, you are shit scared of earthquakes. I forgot about that. Fuck. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. Can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. Then we need to get a manhunt underway now. And search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? This bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you would think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation. Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall's sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in. But what we found was something none of us could ever have expected. A shitload of Cyclops. God damn it. How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris! Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? TBC? In the middle of an investigation? How dare you? Right. Is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. Only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're one to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly... There's no telling what sort of mistakes you can make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Fucking Iris, if that is your real name. Why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried. I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was all right, but... But what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door. Who in the world would do something like this? Who indeed? These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Korean tradition. Ha! Interesting. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. You aren't the one who set these locks. I don't think it's that simple, Francisca von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Well, I mean, that's a start, so maybe fucking do it. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But... It will take time, won't it? I mean, yeah, a lot of time. Yes, about a day if I had to guess. Whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. But to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call on your inner strength now. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You said you never left your room, and yet you just said you put one of these locks on. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakoa Temple at the time of the incident. You were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakoa Temple too. Being spotted at both Hazakoa Temple and the Inner Temple. It's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Get ready, Iris. I'm coming for you. We're finally going to find out if you do indeed have a twin sister called Dahlia Hawthorne.
Take that!
Spill the beans, Iris. God damn it. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakoa Temple the entire time. You still claim that to be the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want you to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Bikini, right? She's the only one that's literally said that she saw her somewhere else. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini? Her testimony in court today was very clear. That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Asakura Temple. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. And she talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. I would have left at about 9:40 p.m, I think. Interesting. Sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Huh? No, you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m, but what you say doesn't add up with this. Because we bumped into you going for a piss, and we know that you were meant to be ringing the bells at 10 o'clock. Now, how do we prove it? There we go. Rang lights out bell at 10 p.m. Boom! You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? Said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me! You gave me your hood, you dumbass. Mr. Wright? We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Iris? If that was indeed you, Iris. Did you forget? No, that's right. I remember. Indeed, and that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in two different places at the same time. This time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove two things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were two of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in two different places at the same time, which means there must have been two of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. Well, your trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. Gulp. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's more than one of me. We not have Dahlia fucking Hawthorne? God damn it. Okay, hold on. That doesn't prove anything. We prove it. Oh shit, I accidentally backed out. No, I backed out. Fuck. Regional weather report. Do we prove that? How do we prove there's more than one of you? We need evidence of who that person is, right? Which means we need something. Something to link you to Dahlia. Let's go poke around. Is there anything else we're missing? We have progress here. Finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try and gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, and Gumshoe. Okay. And pearls. Oh my god, okay. So Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and pearls. Cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's got to be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. How could I have done that? I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Nah. Hey, don't you dare run away. What do you want, Wright? What do I want? You came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? Ah, he's the one who's going to tell us, I think. You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes, and thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? You have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, we were little school kids at the same elementary school. Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. A single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now. And that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there. But it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. Felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. Felt like I'd seen her in court before. She went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file. Yes. I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before. 6 years ago. 6 years ago. It was my first appearance in court, and as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. Worst? So, who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. Fuck you, Edgeworth. Just fucking say it. Everyone knows who she is. I just need her profile in the thing. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. But I'm not the general public. I'm an attorney. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of puzzle that solves the case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. I mean, we know her as well. Why can I not? Phoenix met her. Oh my god. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No, but it has something to do with the fucking bridge over there, didn't it, Edgy? Oh, can we call you out on that? No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. Edgeworth is a government employee, Phoenix isn't. I guess. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Can I just present the bridge? I don't have anything with Dahlia on. What do you think about this, Edgeworth? Weather report. Yeah, we got nothing. We don't have Dahlia. We don't have anything connected to either of the cases. I guess the bridge case wasn't our case, but the one where she murdered that other guy was, right? With the poison, but we don't have anything to prove that. Ah, damn it. How do we link it all together? Okay, we'll be back, Edgeworth. We'll be back. We'll be back when we get the next piece. We've done gardens and training hall. Let's go suspension bridge. It's weird there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down the path. Oh, it's Larry Butt's time, I guess. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Oh, Mr. Nick. Pearls, what are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry. This is the loser's shack, where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Laurie sent a picture of me. That's great, Pearls. We're gonna go gather firewood now, man. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. Fuck's sake. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore, man. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. When you ask what are you doing and a person says nothing, it's not nothing. True. I guess it's never really nothing. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? Hey, I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl. Two losers cooking potatoes forevermore. What am I going to do with him? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know. It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew, man. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Larice. Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase. I beg you, man. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck. And I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. Larry... It looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. Hey, what's with the look of doubt on your face? That's what a 5-year-old says when the parent notices the kid has like matches or something. What are you doing? Nothing. Have you seen, Orange, have you seen that thing, the video of the kid with the knife? When the mum's like, what have you got there? And he's like, a knife. And she's like, no, and chases after him. And he's just got this fucking huge knife. Oh, man. That's a great vid. Classic meme. Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just... Well, I'm just a kid, you know? Sure, it really doesn't matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Mr. Nim's room reading a book together. But Mr. Nim was murdered and you, Pearls, are at the inner temple. Oh. It's what exactly happened that night, Pearls. I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Oh. Et tu, Brute? What is this? What is this, Pearls? What have you done? Did you set the bridge on fire? Oh my god. Were you fucking about with the incinerator? Did you burn something? Because what if it wasn't the lightning that set the bridge on fire? What if it was already on fire? Or what if you blew Elise Nim up and that's how she got yeeted over the bridge? Pearls, Pearls, Pearls. I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power. It's disappeared. What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your powers have disappeared, Pearls? It's all over for me. Spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? Did you try to channel Misty Faye? Way to go, Nick. You made her cry, man. That's really cruel of you. Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her Cyclops to get the truth out of her. God damn it, Pearl. Let's have a look at your Cyclops.
Take that!
After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Nim's reading room reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried, bollocks, I skipped it by accident. I didn't know what to do with myself, I was so nervous. Pearls never went to Mr. Nim's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls, on the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? The inner temple. surely. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? So she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? And the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? I'm going to take a guess and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. I went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is this.
Take that!
It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah! You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course. I signed up for your special course. Well, my, quite brave of you, considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Asakoa Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the Inner Temple. It's clear now that you went to the Inner Temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time it was when you headed over to the Inner Temple. It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow and I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Well, after 10? How do you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. She heard the lights out bell? The Hazakura Temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of the bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it, that would have been terrible. She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing the bell? Huh? I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about the bell was because of this! The murder? The lightning? Those are the only things we've got that really have a time frame attached to them. The reason you were so worried about the bell could also just be we could present Iris, because obviously she would know that's when the training starts and it's when Maya's going to be locked in. So maybe Iris is the key to that. God, it's just a really vague fucking thing, isn't it? I think the murder or Iris is the most likely. But because of this, it kind of suggests it's not Iris, because that would be because of this person, surely. So because of the murder? Feels like a stretch, but... yeah. I don't think that was right. Okay, well let's try Iris. Okay. Okay. What else would be so... Bikini? I think it's because of the training starting could be the main one, but I don't know how we prove that. We don't have anything about the special course. Uh... We just present Maya again? Basically, what I want to present is the training. What about just the murder, as in the picture of the murder? Nope. Nope. Okay, maybe we don't have the bit of evidence we need. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. We need something. We need some way of presenting the training ritual to you, I think. Have we got anything going on at the main gate? Yes, we do. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Everyone is Sister Bikini's type. Here she is, quivering. Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern? Looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it, about the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern. But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition. We have Iris at the sacred cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yeah, she was telling me how the Master of Korean disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Elise, no, I mean Mystic Misty, arrived. And after she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said... Someone is trying to destroy the Korean Someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line. There is only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Korean and her family, and her daughters and the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. But aren't you a branch family? Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Depends. Depends if she can actually fly or not, I guess. We're gonna have to figure out if that's real. Or whether she was just exploded. Okay. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Master Mask case. And during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The Korean technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know? I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, and that's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there, hiding every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence comes great responsibility. I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Oh, you're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see, all because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago. How fucking convenient. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. Ah, yes, that incident. Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Looked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file. How do you know that? The DL6 incident. I knew it. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. Oh shit, that was Bikini. Never mind. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Korean Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said fuck. That's really hard to say. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. It really does all come back to DL6. Its canon full date, December 28, 2001. Is the basis for the series timeline, which puts this case in Feb 2019 and Apollo Justice in 2026. I haven't actually played Apollo Justice. I'll have to add it to the list of games to get hold of. And then she just disappeared, vanished while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan. Does she mean Maya? The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is in the blood. Maya told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. The ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right. And it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life. As a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right, Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Morgan Faye. And that's where it all stems from. Morgan, there's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Karain Village. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? There's no fucking way she's a Fae. Ah, oh, piss. Is she Morgan's daughter? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. Then why does she look like Dahlia Hawthorne? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter. You just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh. Yes, Pearls. Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child. You jest. That child, she's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, what? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. What? Twin sisters? What? I need a moment. Well, doesn't make any sense unless... Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, God, did she marry into the Hawthorne family? Did she marry the Mr. Hawthorne? And she's the mother of the Hawthorne children? Oh my God. Oh, you didn't know. It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Karain's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister, could it be? Can you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris's sister? Oh, you bitch. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearl's had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. She was able to break free of whatever I clicked. Sorry, I finger twitched. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. This information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions to get some more info. Okay. Oh, God. So we're just going to link that bit to Dahlia. So did Pearls try to channel Morgan, maybe? Is Morgan dead? No, Morgan's in prison. So who did Pearls try to channel? Mia? Mia's like the only dead Fae, right? That we know of. Gumshoe, yeah, we've still got Gumshoe to talk to. If you present Iris' profile at Edgeworth. The database search the fingerprints came with nothing. Oh, interesting. Oh. As Edgeworth. Did we do that as Edgeworth? That was a while ago. Also, identical twins don't really have identical fingerprints, right? That's a myth. Citation needed? Isn't that just a movie thing? Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Wow, he's singing No Motive, No Crime. That's amazing. I'm not going to attempt it. Oh my god. They might have had the same type, but not the same precise pattern. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Ooh, I love my job, pal. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. I would never have guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Hey, pal. Who, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. Now, maybe I'll be the judge of that. Hand it over. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you this, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cabin, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me. I don't know. None of my words, pal. And who said it? Mr. Godot? Fuck Godot. Godot, what did he mean by that? How did Godot come back from hell? I'm sort of interested to see how they're gonna fucking explain that one. Is it Morgan? Has Morgan somehow summoned him? About that letter you found, Gumshoe. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find a murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter. Burnt up old letter? Why is it here? Yeah. Oh, it was in that incinerator right outside the inner temple. Thanks, Gumshoe. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew it was. I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. I mean, someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. Pearls. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. And I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums, huh? It's got to be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. Be careful. Once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. This was what we needed to break Pearls' Cyclops. That's why she was listening for the bell. So, her name is... Oh, she is our ally? The whole something... Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is done, burn the letter. Also make sure not to tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades. Bring our vengeance to fruition. Hold on. So let's say for a moment that Elise Donim wrote this. She figures out who Pearls is. Gives her this. Be careful, Pearls. Once night falls, head to the inner temple. Maya should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is, but who's the spirit? Here's a picture of her. So does Pearl still have this picture? This is done. Burn the letter. Make sure not to tell anyone about this letter. Bravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. It's a very weird sentence. Okay. Oh, hey, Thunder. I'd better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. Fine. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the Shichishiro that was found impaling the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yeah, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, and man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's this secret weapon of yours? If you want to know, you gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright? The murder weapon wasn't sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Interesting. I mean, those of you who know about gate or door know that I like defining things. Does a sword have to be made of metal to be a sword? I mean, would you consider a bokken a sword? You would call it a training sword, right? But it's made of wood. Any questions so far? Yeah, define sword. No, I know what he's going to say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go? Huh, me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not? Sure. Come on, pal. It's good fun. I'm telling you. Alright, then I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive, you can make it cry. It's so high-tech, you can skydive off it. Oh, bother. So now I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? No, it's probably in the garden. Right? Why would it be here? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first let's turn the detector on. Damn, we got some actual different gameplay. Oh, that skipped on its own. I didn't get to read it out. Gumshoe, please. Okay. Press enter to give the area a good hard stare. Okay. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious. Okay, pal. Sure thing. Hey, pal. Ah, what is this typo? That's a new one. All you gotta do is watch the detector and let it tell you that's where. Okay. Fine. Okay. There. Looks like there's something buried in the ground here. Don't touch that, pal. Huh? What is it? It's a trap. People set them out to catch us detectives. They're real nasty. A trap for detectives. You mean like those fierce traps with sharp teeth that's supposed to snag your leg? Yeah, those. I got my finger caught in one of those once. Your finger? There was this bit of cheese and it looked so tasty. I reached out and then BAM! I'm not sure I know how to respond to a story as stupidly pitiful as that. That's a trap. What about here? Is that a trap? That's odd. This sled's made of plastic. It says bikini number 1 on the side. Maybe there's something under it. Hey, what's this? A badge? Aha! I've been hunting high and low for that. Is it just your fucking badge? Oh, you fucking gibbon. So this section of the game is just let's troll me, right? It's yours, detective? That thing's priceless to a guy like me, pal. A cop can't be a cop without his badge. Sure glad I put that dime in there now. How did you manage to drop your badge here of all places? I know. I bet it happened this morning. I was playing around with the sled and then... Stop right there. I don't need to hear any more. What about that? This looks like a wallet. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gumshoe. Aha, that's where it's been. Is it yours, detective? I'm always dropping it, so I put a bell on it. But you still dropped it anyway. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet is completely empty. Well, I drop it all the time, so I don't put money in it anymore. Then how come the metal detector picked it up? Must be because of the bell, I guess. Yeah, I only see one bell here. I mean, I assume the statue's made of metal. But, hold on. Would a metal detector detect gold? Because gold isn't ferrous, right? Do they only cut... How do they work? How does a metal detector work? I've just realized I don't know, but I would assume it sends an electromagnetic signal and detects ferrous metals. Citation needed. That shitty shito next to the golden statue wasn't the real murder weapon, pal. Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd check it out again anyway. But yeah, it reminds me. Do you know about that sword? Yeah, 7 branches, blah, blah, blah. It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Yeah, I heard something about that. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life I'd be leading had I not joined the homicide division. Think about that kind of stuff, detective? Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger. I think we've been through this conversation before. And he also wanted to be a wizard. There's something to be said about the human value of Gumshoe as the Blue Badger. Ladder? I mean, the ladder you would expect to also be made out of metal, but we'll get to that. This is Mr. Nim's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. But the detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, right? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Yeah, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off. Examining evidence is a job for the... Uh-oh. Top's coming off. Look what you've done. You damaged a really important piece of evidence. Uh-oh. I broke it. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a sword staff. The ultimate wizard trick. Incredible. That's a sword inside the staff. Is this? Could it be the murder weapon? It's clean though, bruv. I'd never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword? I mean, literally me and him were the only people here. What a weird question. What a weird question. Who knows about the hidden sword? No one. The victim, I suppose. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no teaming Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. So, I mean, 4 people know about the sword. Me, Gumshoe, the victim, and the killer. And the victim's dead. Then I guess this isn't. Oh, then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. About the same length as the Shito too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. See you later, Gumshoe.
Hold it!
Wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. You're going to get that stuff analyzed, right? You mind holding off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please, just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this going to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cabin right now. And, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think? Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. If Maya's been murdered, I'm fucking done with Phoenix Wright. You're looking kind of Viridian there. Okay, just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This staff's secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, so we can't present it as sword evidence yet. Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thanks, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Gumshoe just used psychology on us. I can't help but wonder, though. What was the least on him doing with a staff like this in the first place? Well, she's a pretty powerful wizard. Anything new about the ladder? This is just the same thing. We've already seen that. Okay. Right. Can we ask you anything about Iris? I don't know. I'm not so sure anymore. The clues we found today have turned this case all topsy-turvy. I can't see how Iris could have done it now. What clues are you talking about? Don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess I can let you in on it. The fact that the inner temple garden was the crime scene, and that bloody writing. However you look at it, Maya Faye's the only person who... Hey, quit giving me that evil stare, would you? You look just like Mr. Edgeworth. It wasn't Maya. There's no way it could have been her. I knew I shouldn't have said anything, pal. Look, it wasn't Maya. You're not gonna get me on that. Do you know anything about Morgan? I've seen this lady someplace before. Isn't she that jaw-droppingly large strawberry desert woman? Oh yeah, she's Pearl Faye's mother, right? That's right. She was involved in that incident in Corinne Village last year, wasn't she? Hey, she was the one who did it. Why doesn't he think why doesn't he think his whole thought through before opening his mouth? Yeah, that was one ugly case, her pal. I don't know. The more we look at this case, the more I feel like that one never ended. She's locked up safe in solitary confinement at the detention center, though. At least we can rule her out of this case. Can we? Can we, though? Okay, dead end on that. He wasn't interested in the letter. We've asked about that. Have we proven that this actually has blood on it? Oh, we've seen this. Yeah, we've seen this already. I think we're just accepting it as given that that is blood. Okay, Gumshoe. I think we're done shoe with you. You have no more Cyclox. I think we probably have what we need to break Pearl's Cyclox, right? The fact that that updated means yes, we do. I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. God damn it. What about you? Can we present the Iris's twin sister? Do you know about this? Say Edgeworth. Do you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me. But the problem is, she didn't know the name of the twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right. I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Dahlia fucking Hawthorne. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Murderous extraordinaire. Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. Just a talk option. There we go. It was my first court case, 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. Talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. Sploosh. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood-related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh, and this is when she entered my life. Woman who tried to kill me! Dahlia Smegging Hawthorne. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. Bullshit. What? Oh, unless that's who she meant to be channeling. Oh my fucking god. Really? Hold up. Why? Why would Misty say to channel Dahlia? Unless Morgan was here somehow, but... What if Maya channeled Morgan? And Pearls channeled Dahlia? Okay. But she can't channel Morgan because Morgan's alive. Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? She's too slippery. I don't believe it. Right, I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. And she said she'd get revenge, right? at the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down. Her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, Wright, and for more reasons than one. But you do understand now. She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there is no way to revive them. Citation needed. There's no way to revive the dead, and yet we've spoken to Mia on plenty of occasions. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? About Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? Ah, now. Okay. So the letter wasn't for pearls. The letter... Oh ho ho ho. The letter was for Iris. No. No, but... Okay. So did Iris write the letter to trick Pearls into channeling Dahlia? That would explain how there's two of them. That would give us two Dahlias. Or two Irises, depending how you want to look at it. That's got to be how it went down, right? But then presumably maybe Dahlia took control of Pearls and did a bad murder. Maybe. She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Karain channeling technique. Did you say Karain channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium, and the master of her channeling school. You know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room, it's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday, and then you'll see that the Karain channeling technique is real. Okay, so can we actually go there? No. But I reckon I think we have enough to break Pearl's Cyclops. She's not here. Fuck! Okay, hold on. Stay here, Edgeworth. Don't go anywhere. I just want a quick peek in the hall. Aha! I forgot about you. You've got Cyclops as well. Shit. Can we break yours yet? What was the last thing we needed from you? I think we got pretty far, didn't we? Let's see. Let's see if we have what it takes.
Take that!
Sister Bikini saw you somewhere else. And then the 10 o'clock bell.
Take that!
So that proves there's more than one of you. Your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, deceased. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? You've forgotten this, Iris? Flips her off. This is the channeling dojo, a training ground of the Karain channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month. Just as I suspected, the Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. What? Never has a more bullshit statement been spoken in the history of language. Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago. That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. She was a criminal. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful. But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Bullshit. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell. I swear to God, if your father is Diego, I'm gonna rip my dick off. There's no way that it can all wrap around like this. Her mother, she must be talking about Morgan Fay. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fae family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. His plan backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Karain. That would be Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Before long, the credibility of the Karain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Misty Faye, made a terrible mistake. Not the DL6 incident again. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came here to Azukoa Temple. Yes. The woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally. Yeah, I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it, goes back to the history of the Fae clan. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister Dahlia Hawthorne poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There is still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearls. Pearls Cyclops. Okay. Suspension bridge. Look at that, they really did make a fire right in front of the shack. Oh, Mr. Nick. Dude, pal, man. Hey, you're too late, Nick. You came in for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. God damn it. Magatama time. Take that, Pearls. Right. Where did we get to? She went to the inner temple. Is you worried about Maya? She was worried about the bell because of the letter. That's where we're getting to. Wham! Take that! You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper. Ah, where did you... In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls. You were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing. These instructions that were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me? No. You can see a large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? No. Take into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it. Whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Oh. Just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. You know anything about her, Pearls? You know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister and a mass murderer. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you've never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote the instructions for you to follow? This is the person who wrote the instructions, isn't it, Pearls? You must have had a lot of faith in them to follow their instructions to a T. I had a lot of faith. Oh, was it not? What? Oh. So it has to be Maya then, right? It's got to be Maya then. What? That doesn't make any sense. No. What? It wasn't Myra and it wasn't Elise. Mia's dead. And I don't think Pearl ever met her. She doesn't know Godot. It's not going to be Gumshoe. She wouldn't get Bikini to do it. Why? That doesn't make sense. Why? Because why would Pearls do what Bikini tells her to? I feel like it must be Bikini, but that's weird. I can see it being Elise, because she looked up to her, or Maya, because obviously Maya. She's not going to do anything Iris tells her to do. And Larry would have no reason to be involved in anything this far. Francesca definitely isn't involved. It's not going to be Miles Edgeworth. It's not going to be Morgan. She's in jail. Although, But I mean, would Pearls do what she said if Morgan just wrote her a letter? Is it meant to be Morgan?
Take that!
Pearls. It's Morgan. Okay. Weird. I can't see why Pearls would do anything that Morgan tells her to. She knows Morgan's bad. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why. How did you? I figured it out, kind of. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother. Morgan Fay. Wow. Alright, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say I follow these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I don't think you have any. I should say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right, there's no evidence that proves it was you. Except for the fact you were the only other channeler in the vicinity. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. How do you know that? Couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? So you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and that is the evidence that proves it. What? Careful, once night falls, she'll be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. There's a picture of her. When you channel her, then you can do it. Also make sure then the bridge. Oh, was it? Was it figurative? Were they talking about burning bridges and she literally burnt the bridge down? How the fuck? Do I have a picture of the bridge on fire? I guess we could use the sketch, maybe. Oh, this is one of those where it's just going to be risky, isn't it? I assume... There's a picture of the bridge on fire. This shows the mistake you made. Guess you know what I'm about to say, huh? Oh, fuck. God damn you, girl. So not the bridge on fire, then. God damn it, Pearls. Then it's the letter. Evidence. Letter. And then it's Dahlia.
Take that!
And then Morgan. Alright, so. She misunderstood some of the words. I feel like that's it though. Once this is done, make sure you burn the bridge. It's gotta be. Unless it is just saying burn the letter. Then what has she misunderstood? I have no idea. Gravy on the scroll? Oh, gravy. Oh, fuck me. That's so stupid. Gravy. Gravy roasts the master in the fires of Hades. Right. She threw gravy on the picture. I mean, that's ridiculous, but sure. Even if she read the word as gravy, nothing about that says put gravy on the scroll. Ugh, God damn it. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? Ah, what? Why would I do something like that? Remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast among others, right? Oh, because you asked Elisa Nim about the words. Motherfucker, that was so long ago. How do you know that? I remember the conversation you had with Mr. Nim on the night of the murder. And perhaps we can read some books together. Really, I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Ah, well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this? It says, gravely. That's a kind of a tough word. She couldn't spell Amy when fixing the urn. Yeah. She's a bit on the dyslexic side. Sure, Mr. Nim taught you how to read gravely and roast. What she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravy sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. Couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing and I couldn't even do it right. How did you do it at all? Dopey kid. The original Japanese version uses a pun involving curry. Kare and karai. Very good. I did wonder what their version would be. I thought it might be something soy, but yeah, fair enough. Okay. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the master of Karain, like he said in the letter. I see, and then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yeah. I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why don't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for it to get through it. But then... Girls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep, man? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too, it happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple. Yes, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but the bridge wasn't there anymore and there was no one in the training hall. Thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator and then I heated up leftover gravy and... let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like, Nick. You used to leave me behind, but I fell asleep at school too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit? No. I tried, but I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it? I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. But she's not dead. I tried and tried and tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Only to get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. But you never even managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yeah, I don't know what to do. Is there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? Suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? It could happen if somebody else is already channeling the same spirit. I mean, that's another explanation. Sure, sure. Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right? Yeah, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. That would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. Which has got to be at least a Nim, right? But why? Why do that, though? Unless she knew Pearls was going to be doing it and tried to stop her. How would she know? I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yeah, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. Definitely need to find out more about it. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And last month she told me. Time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I had a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. For the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much. Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? No. No, it's not. Your mother's a bellend, don't listen to her. I guess so, yeah. There was a picture with her letter too. A picture? Of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time... Pretty weird, huh? If Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if somebody had already opened it once before. That sure is pretty strange. So that's how Elisa Nim knew. That's why she was here. So where did she hide the letter? In Karain Village. Someone had opened it already. Where was it, Pearl? Where was the letter hidden, Pearl? You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us. I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright. Look at that innocent smile on her face. Don't you just want to slap her? What am I supposed to say to her? Oh god, he's here. Finally figured it out, have you, Trite? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Good-o. The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trite. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. I didn't know anything about what was going on. Ha! What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all. Mr. Nick. Is what that man just said true? It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the master seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. TBC. And it is TBC, because that is lunchtime. I'm going to go get some din-dins. I will save my progress up to this point. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I'll be back after lunch in about 30-40 minutes. We'll do Beholdle, and then I'm heading back into Hitman to update my Say-So run on Hokkaido and attempt the Ninja Challenge. So if you fancy that, I will see you after lunch. If you want more Phoenix Wright, there might be some tomorrow. I don't know. It depends how much time I get. I've got adulting to do. It's a bit on and off. But Saturday morning guaranteed. That's definitely Phoenix Wright Day if we're still playing it by then, which I think we will be. GG. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you in 30 to 40 minutes. Bye-bye.